They have the best straight up black dude in baseball. Straight up black man. It's like Mookie Betts is black, but like, we don't. He's light skinned.
He's light-skinned as fuck.
That is a black as fuck name, though.
Are we going?
Mookie Betts, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Mookie Betts sounds like
a
a name
nickname.
like straight from the 40s. Yeah, it's like Michael or something.
Yeah, something weird, but they call him Mookie.
It's like if a
But
black comedian was making a ghetto joke.
But Tim Anderson.
Tim Anderson. That's my
who's-
neighbor's name.
His thing is he has a old school White Sox logo giant chain, and every time he hits a home run, somebody places it on him.
Is that where the Padres got it from?
Yeah. Tim Anderson started that.
Dude, the Padres are the most like disappointing fucking team.
They just got like when Manny Machado is your clubhouse leader. That's
But they
not
also
a-
had a few injuries. Pitchers went down for a while, but like
and Chris Paddock sucks dick compared to what he was doing.
like Jesus Christ.
I had him on my fantasy
Blake
team.
Snell
I had
was
to
out
let
for
go of
like
him.
a month, right?
Yeah, and we'll talk about a mulatto, dude.
And Yu Darvish stopped for a hot minute.
yeah.
Stopped doing good.
Blake Snell looks like he would sound like a Jew, and then you hear him talk.
He
He's
talk-
like,
he
"Yo,
talks
what
like-
up, man? I'm
yeah,
Blake
dude.
Snell. I'm on Twitch, motherfucker."
He sounds like every like white dude that I went to high school with.
yeah. It's like he sounds like he's putting on a black scent.
Yeah.
Sorry about last week. Trap. Sorry.
Matt got the clap.
Dude, I'm a breakthrough case.
Dude,
what were we saying though?
Do you you remember like his interview after the World Series where he got pulled in Game 7?
Kinda. And
Where he was like
I have to be nice.
basically like
Yeah.
he was talking pissed.
Yeah.
But like being respectful. He was like, I mean, I thought I could have done it. I was doing good. I was fucking killing it right there, but then like this motherfucker just came up and took me out.
I believed in myself.
Immediately got traded after that. Or no, he was free agent, right? And then he signed for another team.
I don't remember, but I don't remember.
But
But,
then-
it's a,
but
it's
then
a
it was
t-
like-
Tampa Bay move to have somebody great and just be like, all right, we got enough more coming. Don't worry.
Yeah, but then like so then he goes to the Padres. It's supposed to be like a stacked team. Everybody's thinking like, oh man, these guys in the Dodgers, it's gonna be nuts. And then they just fall the fuck apart.
Well,
So I
they're-
guess Tampa Bay won that.
And it's not the Padres' first time doing that. Dude, Tampa always wins.
They won that fucking interaction.
They fucking shipped David Price off and then still kept killing it. They fucking what's his nuts? Tyler Glasnow. Not Tyler Glasnow. Garrett Cole? No.
No,
Chris
Garrett
Archer is what I'm thinking. Chris Archer killed it for them. And then they just pushed him out and he just went and sucked balls.
Cole. So maybe they're just the team is better.
Yeah, they're like the kings of Moneyball.
Yeah, I don't know. They're like perennially like contenders.
Yeah, they're always
It's kinda
there.
and they never like seem like the best team in the league.
Nobody goes to their games either. you can get tickets for Rays games for the same price as Orioles tickets, but they're
Yeah.
winning. Like,
Well, you get more people in the Orioles games because there's so many Yankees fans here.
well, yeah, that's true.
Like,
But-
dude, when I was watching like the highlights for the last series against the Orioles, everybody was like yelling, "Let's go Yankees!"
I was telling Nicole about this because we went to the game Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Don't know if I was clear or not yet. Then I was super spreading now. But when I was like 7 or 8, I was with my oldest brother David, and we were like, "Oh, the Yankees are in town. Let's just go to the Orioles Yankees game." And we bought scalp tickets, and we got in there, and we didn't realize that we had bought handicap seats, and like a couple minutes later, like there was like a handicap person, and they asked if like we saw like a wheelchair coming, and David was like, they're gonna ask if that guy can sit here, pretend to be retarded. So I was like 7, just sitting there like just pretending to be retarded and like a
That must have
wheelchair
been the
guy.
most fun for you, though.
Dude, I had so much fun. The wheelchair, they were like, can excuse us, but can he take this area? And like, I just turned around and like, and they were like, oh, we'll find somewhere else. It's okay. But it was sold out. Maybe 10% of the crowd was Orioles fans,
yeah.
and it was like 7-0 by the 4th inning. And
Yeah.
it was just like the Orioles fans had left, and it was just basically like you're at
It
a
was a
Yankees
Yankees game, yeah.
and I hated that, dude.
That's how it is, dude. That and the Red Sox.
Opening day this year was like
Yep.
that. It was fucking Red Sox City on opening day, which was fucking.
Which is crazy because like y'all started real hot
Always do, dude. The Orioles will they get you feeling your dick's nice until May, but this year it was literally just the first week of the season.
They went downhill quick.
Yeah, swept the Sox 2 out of 3 against the Yankees.
They were only ever outdone by the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, the fucking D-backs, dude. That's another team. They have a they're one of those teams that has the like a jacuzzi pool thing.
Yeah,
in the outfield. Yeah, and
one of the Florida teams has a pool out there, or like an aquarium or some shit.
Yeah, the Rays have the Ray tank, and then the Marlins also have like in that weird like boardwalk amusement park festival stadium they have out in center field. I think they got something.
I mean, that's probably why they're winning, dude. Because the players just go out there after games and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Well, it's also Miami. That's where steroids and cocaine are basically like
ibuprofen. It's in the water, so there's no like testing for it.
Actually, in the water.
There's like a baseline of steroids that you can have in Miami.
And cocaine you can't forget cocaine as being a baseball thing. It's a very baseball drug. Is cocaine.
Ever since the '60s, really.
Yeah, they used to do greenies. You ever read about greenies?
No.
It's basically just.
It sounds like the dog treats, right?
Yeah, they beg in strips. So greenies, it's like more like they scaled greenies down to Ritalin. It's just prescription meth, like literally meth in a pill.
Jesus.
And people like baseball players were just popping hella greenies before games,
just for like being alert.
Yeah, and it works. Like I watched this video. You know John Boys, the guy from SB. He has a video about. I forget what the fuck his name is, but he's a player from the early '80s he was on the Cardinals with Keith Hernandez. Do you remember that guy? No. He was on Seinfeld. Anyway, he was like a great Cardinals and Mets first baseman. Anyway, they would do like a half ounce of cocaine together at least 3 times a week. Like they would finish the game, do cocaine all night.
But that's not for the game then.
No. All night. They'd win and be like, let's celebrate, do cocaine all night into the next day. And then before they got to the game, would be like, let's go get some more. And be in the like clubhouse doing coke up until the game started. Yeah, but and then would go out there coked out and just fucking rake.
There goes your excuse about like cocaine is what helps you win or do better because you're doing it for fun. And then you're doing it to make up for the fact that you just did it for fun.
Well, yeah, but I mean, come on now. You stay up for 24 hours on cocaine and then go hit 3 for 4. That's pretty fucking. That helps you out. And also, so like the whole thing with the video is like when the dude got clean, he went from being like a 300 Gold Glove player to just like injured all the time, couldn't hit, couldn't field, and then eventually, through Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior, found the power to come back and play again and do well. And he was part of like those Braves teams back in the 90s.
Ryan Braun's story before he got.
He had no idea what to do when he got. He was so clueless. He was like, I did not do. There's no.
I swear on my life. He said, I swear on my life.
I wouldn't do that to my teammates. And then like 3 weeks later, he's like,
I'm sorry, I did that for my
guys.
teammates. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Those little kids out there.
Milwaukee still loves him.
Yeah, he retired, right?
Yeah.
Mid-season.
Yep.
He's like, fuck it.
I'm out. I mean, they don't need him. They really don't.
It's surprisingly, like, they're going to need Yelich if they want to make it to the World Series. He's going to have
he started off real bad, but he's doing well now. He's doing average now. He's not doing like Yelich numbers.
Yeah, but, I mean,
But they got fucking Colton Wong killing it right now.
Yeah, Colton Wong is one of my favorite. It's like Patrick Chen for the fucking Patriots.
I can't stand how bad Jackie Bradley Jr. is doing though. Like as a guy that's like rooting for these dudes, every time he comes up, I'm like shaking.
I mean, that's how the Red Sox felt. He's never been a good hitter. He's always been a defensive, just flying around, jumping and catching.
But then they're pitching, dude, killing it. That's what's saving them right now.
I went to that Orioles game on Saturday.
Who did?
Me.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was Nicole's birthday. Wild night. Wild. I was
COVID infested night.
I was jokingly being like, A, I'm gonna be a super spreader, and B, we're gonna get completely shithoused for your birthday. And she's like, yeah, whatever. On the way to the game, I stopped and bought a bottle of Patron, and I'm like, we're gonna just drink this out of the bottle when we get to the stadium. So before we got in the stadium, we went in the parking garage, took a couple shots of Patron. Got a little loose, got in there, sat down.
They didn't like check or anything?
No, I didn't have it on me.
I thought you'd say you were taking it with you.
No. It's a tailgate, like in the parking garage.
So you're gonna leave that in a hot car?
It's alcohol. Yeah. No, yeah, like it spontaneously combusts. Yeah, no, it's in a parking garage. Dude.
Yeah, alcohol doesn't explode spontaneously in Puerto Rico, so it's fine.
No, it doesn't spontaneously explode in a climate-controlled garage, dude. Dropping $25 for this parking spot.
Where is it? The one in
the one that's like across from your old apartment,
right? The Royal Farms Arena garage.
No, like I'm talking like directly into the left. Isn't there one by it? Or no, I don't know. It's near your old spot.
Yeah, across from me is the Royal Farms Arena garage.
All right, so it's probably that.
Okay.
Anyway, we get in there, just pounding. We got 2 beers as soon as we got inside, drank them shits. Then we go. It's like we got there as soon as gates opened. So
my god.
So yeah, so we drank probably 3 before the 3 beers.
Before anything even happened.
Yeah, before the game, before we even sat down.
Who are they playing this weekend?
Rangers. So it was dead.
Yeah,
like it was so dead.
Sure.
You could hear. We were hearing guys up. We were sitting behind the Orioles dugout. You could hear people up the left field line screaming. Like we were like looking and being like, "Who's yelling that?" And finding them all the way over there.
What was the fullest like section?
Upper deck behind home plate.
Okay.
It was like some type of
not even like behind the catcher. Like
it was like some type of like kids night thing that they had going on.
Perfect night.
Yeah. And so we're sitting there and we're like, okay, cool. Nobody's gonna sit next to us. And then a couple sits right next to us. And we're like, all right, whatever. Maybe they'll be cool. And they start like seeing how much we're drinking, and they're like, oh, this is fucking tight. No, they're like, this is tight. Usually it's the other way around. When you're sitting that close and in that section, people are like, but no, these people were like, they're both corrections officers. Found this out. Corrections officers from Philly. She is some type of Mexican, like, okay. And then he is like straight from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And they were like, oh shit, and like we're doing their whole like, oh, we found some cool white people last night. We were in the Karen section. It was all Karens, and we're like, oh, we're not doing that bit. Yeah. And so by the 3rd inning, I realized
one of my best friends is Puerto Rican, so I know.
Yes. No, I totally did, because they kept being like, we go there twice a year and it's so much fun and you got to go and blah, blah, blah. And like, he's got a property down there. So if you go, we can all stay at the plate. And I'm like, hell yeah. And I'm like, I only know about Arecibo. I just kept saying Arecibo over and over again. The guy's like, yeah, that's like 20 minutes from where I am. Yep.
Where's he from?
Something where he was rolling his R's. And there's like a G, I think. Something. I was fucked up. I was so wasted.
There's Guaynabo. There's
Is there anything with an R and a G?
R and a G.
What's the last one you just said?
Isla Verde. But
no, there's no East.
I don't know.
Anyway, we were getting wasted, and then I'm cheering, Orioles guys jeering, and I didn't realize it until after. The guy who was batting 3rd for the Rangers, his whole like family and friends were sitting around us. It's like his first time up, he grounded out, and the second time up, he's like the biggest guy on the field, and I was just like, man, fuck this guy. So I'm just like, I hear them all cheering every time something happens, not realizing that like they know him, and then he strikes out, and I'm like, yeah, grab some fucking pine, bitch. And I'm like, and like they're all like, whoa, and I'm like, what? Go O's. And they're like, what? And I'm like, oh wait, all these people are wearing Rangers shit. Like, it's like a family.
Yeah, like kids crying. Yeah, this guy's yelling about their cousin.
I was like, my bad. Nicole's like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, don't let me get trashed at the Orioles game. And
the only guy that I like sort of like in the Orioles is, besides Mancini, is Mountcastle.
Mountcastle's good. They also have this guy Kelvin Gutierrez. Watching him play was pretty fun, but he didn't slide into home, and it cost him a run, and I was pissed.
I mean, at this point, you're risking an injury, I guess.
Was screaming. I'm like, who doesn't fucking slide into home? It's a sack fly. Fucking slide. He's like standing there waiting. Like, they called him out, and he's like standing there with his hands on his hips like a bitch.
Like, you're going to review that?
Yeah, and they did. And I'm like, I'm like, you were out. He's like 25 feet away from me. I'm like, sit down, Gutierrez. Fucking dirt. You want to get your pants dirty, huh? Fucking clean pants. Those pants better stay clean, boy.
I feel like once you're out of contention, you don't really want to do the risky plays like that.
Oh, it's not risky, dude. It's sliding into home on a sac fly. You're a Major League Baseball player. All of them should be sliding like that Trey Turner slide. That should be everybody.
That's so fucking
you're
good, dude.
getting paid $1 million.
Jimmy, have you seen the Trey Turner slide?
No, I have not.
It's like if Michael
It's a
Jackson
railroad catcher situation.
No,
if Michael Jackson played baseball, this is how he would slide every time.
You're not allowed to like railroad a catcher anymore.
Since when?
Since Buster Posey broke his fucking
dude. Here's another thing. The fucking
6 years, 7 years.
The fucking Giants.
What do you do?
You have to slide.
You have to slide, yeah.
The catcher is not allowed to stand right in front of the in the baseline anymore.
But until he gets the ball.
Until he gets the ball, but you still can't block the bag, the home plate completely. Yeah. You can only step to like the corner. You know, that was like, yeah, it's gay.
It's fucking gay.
There's two guys on the Giants that have been there forever. It's Buster Posey and somebody else.
The shortstop, Brandon, whatever.
I don't know, but there's like two guys where like I really hadn't paid attention to the Giants in a long time.
Yeah.
And then this year, since they were doing so well, I was like watching some of their games. Like, wait, these two guys are still playing? I thought they fucking retired. Like Buster Posey was one of them, and I forgot what the other guy was.
It's the shortstop, isn't it? Or are you thinking of a pitcher?
It might be a pitcher. I don't know. I can't think of it right now. But it's just like, how old is Buster Posey?
It's like 35.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess he was around the same time as Braun, right?
Yeah. I can't get it to connect to my hotspot, so I'm just going this way.
Oh, you're going phone time.
Yep. My sexy ass new phone, dude.
You're looking at the slide. That's right.
Yeah. The slide.
The smoothest slide of all time. Is it showing up?
1 second. Yeah, it's showing up.
Beautiful. Look at how beautiful this is.
Need me to help you? So you got it?
Cool. Yeah, hang on. I gotta make it bigger.
All right. Well, it's still. Oh no.
All right, we ready.
Look how smooth this fucking slide is. You've been hit by, you've been sucked by, or smooth.
Oh, dude, that was so cool.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
It's the peak slide that you can do.
That's like, I mean, it's flawless.
I mean, even the way he got up at the end.
Are they gonna repeat it?
Yeah. There's still like 30 seconds on here. Yeah, Bryce Harper, he just was like, suck my dick, dude. I'm all the way on the other side of the country now, and you still have to smell my fucking taint, dude.
What's his name?
Trey Turner. He played for the Nationals for a long time.
Is this recent?
Yeah, him and Max Scherzer, like the two best players on the Nationals, got traded to the Dodgers.
Dude, I mean, he literally like floated.
Yeah. I don't think his back leg touched the ground. Like
it did. No, I like a slide like that. Your back leg is basically just like your anchor, and then you catch it, and it's just like you catch your front leg, and it just kind of just like helps you up.
Yeah.
But he just does it so fucking smooth, dude.
Yeah.
Does he always slide like that, or is that like
he did it like 3 times this year?
He's a great slider. He's just a fast guy. He knows. There's a game he had in college where he stole home 3 times. Like he's just fast and knows how to slide.
He's fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah.
How do you? I've never understood stealing home. Like how do you manage to pull that off?
Evan Longoria, that's the other guy.
Oh yeah, he was with the Braves for a long time.
Too,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It's all about finding the pitcher not paying attention. It's all about playing on the fact that baseball is boring, and even the one person most involved with it.
You get the pitcher in a rhythm where they know, or they feel like they know that you're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
After a couple of maybe they think you're going to steal, and then after a while they feel comfortable that like they've held you back enough, and then you just break on them.
Like a runner on third,
but they're about to pitch it. It's just crazy that like
also it's on the catcher too.
Yeah,
the catcher sometimes doesn't have it. Or maybe.
The catcher doesn't know.
You get lucky at the curveball or something. It spikes. The pitcher sees you running. He fucks it up. Throws it low. Throws it high or something.
That's the main thing is that you get like the pitcher is like so just like nothing's gonna happen. Then all of a sudden you're running. He's like oh fuck I can't.
Like out the corner of his eye, you just see someone running in.
Can't throw it to third now.
It doesn't work very often. I'll say that. No. But if you're fast and you basically
have to be Black or Trey Turner.
Yeah. Well, imagine a black person named Trey Turner.
Then
I'm pretty sure that's what Trey the Truth's name is.
That's inside the Park Homer material right there.
No, I think that was Ricky Henderson's like real name. Legal name was Trey Turner.
Ricky Henderson.
What would you say is more rare, stealing home or inside the Park home run?
Stealing home.
Yeah, stealing home.
Really? I haven't seen an inside the Park homer. I think I saw it one time ever. We were playing the Rays. I think B.J. Upton did it.
But those are also like on errors.
A long time ago.
B.J. Upton is a long time ago. He changed his name at the end of his career.
Ichiro hit one in an All-Star game.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and that was like Cal Ripken's last one, right?
But it pretty much has to be errors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Either
can't.
that or misplays.
Yeah.
Just like reading the ball off the wall. Usually it's reading
Melvin is what he changed his name to. He went from BJ to Melvin.
Dude, I thought Melvin was his brother.
No, Justin's his brother.
Oh, okay. So that's
Yeah.
confusing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So he did have a brother in majors.
still does.
And I remember seeing
Angels.
Melvin Upton. I was like, oh, that must be his younger brother. It was just him.
It was just him. He went from BJ to Melvin.
That's stupid.
Kind of like my
that's-
great uncle who went from. I'm not gonna put his name out there. Never mind.
Maybe it was Corey Patterson I saw do it.
Oh,
remember.
Corey Patterson, dude, that is some old school Orioles
Dude, I used to be
shit,
such
dude.
a big O's fan back in middle
Yeah,
school.
dude.
High
Corey
school.
Patterson. That was back when they had fucking Tim Raines Jr.
Yeah.
Luis Matos.
Luis Matos.
Jay
baby.
Gibbons.
The only name I recognize there is Luis Matos.
Yeah,
Well,
Miguel
Melvin
Tejada.
Mora,
And Mickey,
Miguel
yeah.
Tejada,
Yeah.
Brian Roberts.
Yeah, that
fucking-
infield, dude. Oh, Melvin
great.
Mora had 12 kids.
Thank you, Oriole fan.
Yeah, I love playing for the Orioles. He was like,
Javi Lopez much?
yeah. Do you remember Javi Lopez?
A little bit, yeah.
Big free agent signing after they got rid of their black catcher Charles Johnson.
A little bit.
Fucking BJ Surhoff, dude.
No. not
The
at all.
one of the angriest people I've ever seen in my entire life. He'd hit a pop out and like
Or you got to remember too. Like I went through like a 6 or 7 year period where I just didn't even like pay attention to baseball at all.
he would hit a pop up and sprint, but the whole time just be going fuck, 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 just sprinting. And like you used to be able to stand behind the Orioles.
It was angry, him or Scherzer?
Oh, Scherzer for sure, but it's like Scherzer's is like he was
Like a
good.
mental illness.
Yeah, like
BJ Surhoff wasn't bad.
Surhoff wasn't bad, but his rage was probably because his daughter had Down syndrome. Like that was like the
definitely.
big
Taking
thing.
it out.
That was like the huge thing. Is like he would donate half of his salary to Johns Hopkins Retard Foundation to stop retarded kids. Anyway,
Another
what?
guy that's fucking angry is
He yelled at me once. I tried to get his autograph behind the Orioles. He used to wait out there and could get autographs from them and the opponents because they all come out their thing and some of them stop. And he was stopped behind Brian Roberts, who was signing autographs. And I got Ryan Roberts, and I was like, "Oh, BJ Surhoff." And I went up to him, and he was like, "Get the fuck away from my car, kid!" And he was like, "Fuck Brian," and just started like laying on the horn. It's so funny, but also he's a dick.
yeah. Another guy that's like really angry is the fucking dude from the Yankees that I can't stand, so I don't remember his name. The bald dude,
Brett Gardner,
Gardner. Yeah.
Yeah.
He always looks so fucking like steroid.
because he
angry.
looks like a penis. He's a little
Yeah.
thick chode man.
Yeah, he's got that like Napoleon complex.
Do you want to
type
see
shit.
Buster Posey getting his leg broke? Why they took the collisions out of baseball?
This is kind of brutal.
Jimmy?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Oh, wow, I couldn't find
This is,
it.
this is how old. Well, this is how old Buster Posey is.
Yeah.
Fairly shallow.
This is how long ago it
Center to
was
right.
that this is the best
Cousins is
quality.
gonna test him. Posey can't handle it, and Posey gets clobbered.
His left leg, right?
Posey is
Yeah.
hurt, and he never caught the ball. The Marlins are back ahead.
Look how
and
much
the
pain
Giants'
he's in,
only
dude.
focus now is Buster Posey.
He looks like a kid, man.
Yeah, you know it sucks when you
looked
dig
like
your
head-to-head
fingers into the dirt.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a penalty ever?
No, it
No,
wasn't.
it was like
You could truck all the time.
Yeah, the reason that guy did it is because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you're supposed to try to get him to lose the ball.
Yeah. I had one time a kid tried to do that to one of the catchers on my team, but my catcher was like he was like an offensive lineman, and the kid tried to truck him, and he just lowered his shoulder and fucking laid the kid out, and then like did like a fucking Allen Iverson, like stepped over him, and we were all just like, yo! It was
We
like
had
that fucking meme of the roast.
When I played for SAC, we had like the worst fucking team ever in my entire life that I ever played for.
Sack sucks, dude.
But our catcher was this like 300-pound looking kid, not athletic in the slightest. He was just fat.
Yeah.
But that was our catcher, and some kid slid into home one time. And he just like fell on top of him.
Oh, sandwiched him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you get.
He was
Trying to cross my plate, boy.
Yeah, this is my plate.
Yeah.
Only shit here is what I eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we had like 8 more beers after that. I looked just at Oriole Park alone. I spent $250
That's easy.
on drinks.
That's easy.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
it was a lot of drinks. And then I went to, it was the top of the ninth. The Orioles were up, and I went to go piss real quick before the game ended. And when I came back down, Nicole was like, hey, we're taking Butchie and Jack and we're going to show them the nightlife of Baltimore. I'm like, what are you talking about? We don't even know the nightlife of Baltimore.
The Puerto Rican and the other dude?
Yeah. There's a couple. There's two. It was a guy and a girl. Her name was Jack. His name was Butchie.
Okay. He was the Puerto Rican.
Yeah, he was the Puerto Rican. And then, so I'm like, all right, I get. And like, meanwhile, like the back of my car, I don't.
You said this is Saturday.
Yeah. I haven't been anywhere. And like, I didn't go to, so I don't clean the back of my car unless I know I'm going to have somebody in. So I have like a pole, like a 12-foot pole for work, a bunch of trash, maybe a bottle of piss. Actually, 100% there is a bottle of piss back there.
But it was like under the seat or something? Rolled up.
No, it wasn't. It fell out from under the seat somehow. And anyway,
It must have been like, oh.
So this was me and Nicole's like idea of like where to go to drink. Is first we were like, they wanted to go to a Spanish place, and I was like, okay, well I know the Blue Agave because I just was there in Fed Hill, so we went there, and they were like, this is cool, but like you got any like bars that are like like a fun bar where there like might be live music or something. So then our knowledge of Baltimore nightlife turns into what I can remember from Jimmy's posters on Facebook. And I'm like, I think there's a place called The Horse. The Horse you came in on in Fells that we could go to.
Is that like a dancey place?
No, it's not fancy. It's a cool bar.
Dancy.
It's like dancy drunk people.
I hated everything about that place, dude. I'd never been there before. First of all, I'm drunk as shit, and I'm like, I don't want to be driving people around. When we got to the Blue Agave in Fed Hill, we let the girls out so they could go get a seat. And Butchie's like, man, I gotta take a piss. And I'm like, well, you just go with them, and I'll meet you guys in there. And he's like, nah, dog, there's a lot of people out here. I got your six, dude. I'm like, whoa, okay, that's the kind of guy I'm dealing with. Didn't realize that. So we pull up to this thing, and I'm like, I think I could parallel park in there. And he goes, yeah, you got that. And he's like, let me hop out. And he hops out.
He's your hype man, dude.
And he goes, piss. He goes to piss down this alley. And I'm drunk. I'm very drunk. Like, should not be driving. And I'm trying to parallel park into here. And at this point, I've backed into this car twice. And I've bumped into the car in front of me like 3 times just trying to fit my car in. And I'm like, I don't think I can do this. And there's like a ton of people walking by, and I'm just like trying to not look like that asshole that's giving up on parking. I hit both of the cars probably 10 times each.
But like just light bumps or?
I don't know, dude. I was drunk. Like enough that people walking by were going like, yee. And like, then we keep it moving. So then he comes out of the thing, and like, he's like trying to like, and I'm just like, Butchie, it's not happening. Get back in. I'll find another spot. And he goes, yeah, it's probably for the best. And I had to like Austin Powers fucking turn my way out of that. And so we get into that place. Nicole and this other lady drank like a 2-gallon pitcher of sangria. And
This is where?
Jesus.
the Blue Agave.
Okay.
I had 2 doubles of Patron, which that's not much for me. Like at that point, there's not going to be much deeper I can go in this rabbit hole. So
You're in the well.
Yeah.
You're already in the well.
So it's Nicole's birthday. So we go to leave Blue Agave, and all of a sudden, like Nicole, I've never seen this side of her before, but she's just screaming at everybody, it's my birthday. Like everybody that walks by, she's like, it's my birthday, bitch. It's my fucking birthday. And I'm like, oh no, what have I got myself? And then
She's like 2 seconds away from pissing on somebody's car.
dude, yes. And they're leading they don't know where I parked, and they're just like running on. I'm like, dude, we gotta like corral these bitches, you know? And like as we're walking, so she's like telling everybody it's her birthday, and like they're like running, and me and Butchie are just trying to keep up with them. This group of like 6 black guys. And you're like, why you gotta say they're black guys? Because I'm painting a picture for you. Nicole tells them, she goes, it's my birthday. And then this one guy comes up and like puts his arm around her and goes, it's my birthday too. And I walked up to him and I was like, what's today's date? And he was like, what? And I was like, scram, dude, beat it. Get the fuck away from her. And he was like, oh, shit, that's all good. You're good, man. And it's like walked away. And I'm like, Nicole, you gotta fucking chill. I'm about to fight 6 black dudes because you're telling everybody it's your birthday and they think they can just fuck you now. Like they think you say it's my birthday,
And they think like, oh, I want to do this meme with you.
yeah, he's like she's like it's my birthday, and he's like, well, I got 4 homies.
Right. It's like that fucking couch thing.
Yeah,
With the,
yeah. Have you seen that new meme they got where it's like a girl and it's like, I'm craving 5 guys, and then it's like it's like well, I got 4 homies, and then it zooms out and it's the girl on the couch and the
No.
anyway. Now we're driving to Fells, and we all got our windows down, just fucking city life, dude. It's popping, like it is dick to ass. There's cops everywhere, and Nicole yells out at this group of black bikers, "It's my birthday!" And the guy was like, "Oh, happy birthday!" And then Nicole went 925, like sterling silver, baby, and he was like, "Huh?" And it's like this old fat black guy, and he's like, "What'd you say?" And she goes, 925, like sterling silver, and he like gets up off his bike, and he's like, "I gotta come over here and see what the fuck you're talking about." Because she goes, if you get a piece of sterling silver, it says 925 on it, and he was like, "I'm not even gonna start to try to understand what the fuck you're talking about." And I was like, "All right, roll this window up." I rolled Nicole's window up. Then we get the horseshoe. We're looking for parking in Fells, and there's no parking anywhere. And
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
terrible.
drunk, I see a sign that says like, it's like whoever lives in that house, it's like their spot, and it says tow away zone. And like I'm parking there, and they're like, your car's gonna get towed. And I'm so drunk, I'm like, it's Baltimore, they don't have the fucking balls to tow my car.
Or the space.
Yeah, they're not gonna tow my car. And we go to the horse, get in there.
Is that the one where like the upstairs has got like crap, or was it cornhole and shit?
I don't know. Is there upstairs cornholing at the horse, Jimmy?
What?
Upstairs cornholing. Is there an upstairs at the horse with cornhole?
No.
There's like a bar down there that I went for like Halloween that had like an upstairs area with
Yeah, there's a couple bars in Fells that have upstairs. Admiral's Cup has an upstairs.
We went there second.
That's cool. Admiral's is cool.
Admiral's was way cooler.
Riptide kind of has an upstairs, but not really. And Waterfront does.
It was like a little itty bitty bar upstairs. There's a regular bar downstairs and like itty bitty bar upstairs, and then like an area. Remember like the bat academy? There's like the fucking green field. It was like that, but with like cornholing and
cool.
other shit.
Huh.
Not huge.
So
but
you
like,
didn't like the horse, but you liked Admiral's. What didn't you like about the horse?
So we went into the horse. First of all, it was fucking packed in there.
Yeah.
Like we had to wait in line for like 2 minutes to get in. And then we got in there, and it's just like a bunch of like sweaty dudes and like just frat bro looking guys. And then there was some hot chicks.
Yeah.
And we went to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom, and I'm in the bathroom and I'm waiting in line, and the guy in front of me is just like talking shit to everybody in the bathroom. And I'm like, I hope he doesn't talk shit to me because I'm drunk
enough
and
to, like,
I'm gonna
say something
fight him,
stupid.
and he's a big dude. And so then we're pissing next to each other, and he was like, once you start pissing, it all goes wrong with the ladies. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, once you start pissing and everything with the ladies, it goes wrong. And I was like, yeah, maybe for you, dude, but I can fucking piss and fuck. I don't know what you're talking about. And he was like, what are you? And I just like walked out. And I was like, I hope I gave that motherfucker COVID. I wanted to cough at him so
I
bad.
hope like you can just pick who you give COVID to. And
Yeah.
just go,
Yeah. COVID cards.
And then so we walk by the ladies' room, and we look in, and we see like Nicole and Jackie or Jack are in the line, and then we just hear, "It's my birthday," and then they just cut everybody in line and go. And
Damn.
I'm like, well, they're fine. Then we go to the bar to order a drink, and a little Asian bartender lady. Yeah,
She's cute.
very mean to me.
Really?
Very mean to me. I was trying to order drinks, and she was being very mean.
well, you're
to
probably
me.
like super fucking drunk about it too.
I don't know. Like when I'm super fucking drunk, I'm not like sloppy, slurred. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's all in my head. You can't really tell on the outside.
Okay.
It's like with most times when I'm really fucked up, is you can't tell. But she was just being real short with me and just not nice, and I didn't like it. And then they had the one side had a DJ, and then the side that we were on had a band, and they just sucked. They were so bad. It was so bad.
What would they look like?
White guys, one like brown hair, drummer had a hat on. They were playing like Blink 182.
Yeah.
They weren't good.
I was playing there on Friday night, dude.
Yeah, I was hoping it was you. When I heard the live music, I was like, "Oh, please."
I was there
be Jimmy.
Saturday. I
Nah,
just,
man, if you
wanted
would
to
have
make
gone
sure.
one day before,
But that would have been
That would've been me.
924. That wouldn't have been Sterling Silver.
It wouldn't have been Sterling Silver. You wouldn't have been able to look at Sterling Silver and see that.
924. What the hell's 924?
Yeah, exactly. It's basically
Cubic
9/11.
zirconium.
So then we go to like the other side to drink our drinks and like maybe dance where the DJ guy is. If there was even a DJ, it might have just been music playing. I couldn't fucking tell.
There's
like
DJ on the
somebody's
other side,
laptop.
Yeah. And so then
DJ Q.
So now we're on that side and we're like trying to dance and whatever, and like a group of like frat dudes walks by and just like one of them just like fucking like laid a shoulder into Nicole and she spilled her drink and now she's like shit faced with a spilled drink, so she's like and it's like a child. You're like, no, it's fine, you're fine, it's not you, didn't do it, it's not you, and like then we had to like get out of there. And like the dude like didn't even turn or anything, and I wanted to be like, come on, like, but also and Butchie kept going like, you want to get that guy?
You were on a hair trigger, but you had the safety on.
Yeah, well, also I
mean,
got Butchie with me, dude.
that's
So
true.
I'm like, dude, this guy, he was like unit. Butchie is like, he's like our height, but like yoked.
But it's like a corrections officer.
Yeah, yoked, dude. But he's also 46.
I mean, that's old man strength.
Yeah,
It's dad strength, baby.
Yeah.
and he's like one of those corrections officers. Like he's like a year away from his retirement, so like he's been in the
Fuck,
system
he
so
gives,
long.
too.
He's not a sergeant or anything. Like he stayed in the gutter
Uh-huh.
the whole time, and like he sounds like he was in prison. Like that's the kind of guy he is. Like everything's like
Does he work at the one plant downtown?
No, they work in Philly, in a Philly,
Oh, that's right. He's
like a
Philly.
state prison in Philly. Like they're in the shit. They just came. They said we wanted a nice weekend getaway and came to Baltimore. That's the kind of people we're talking about. They said we want to get away.
That's white trash right there.
Yeah, well, there's some type of trash I
Yeah.
can't talk about.
I mean, there's white trash for everything.
Yeah, and so then we go to Admiral's Cup after that, and
How was the band there?
also shitty, dude. Worst rendition of Blackwater by the Doobie Brothers I'd ever heard.
Really?
Then they played What I Got by Sublime, which whatever.
I
What
guess
they
it's
look
not really
like?
hard to
Trying to
mess up, right?
Yeah, and then they closed with I forget what it was, but it was like a yacht rocky kind of song.
What did they look like? Older dudes or?
Young, short, nerdy looking guitar player, singer. I didn't get a look at the drummer. The singer was just bad. He was just so bad. He didn't sound good. The drums were the best part. That guy, whoever was drumming, was good. Singer not good, and his guitar playing was not good. And the people were just like drunkenly dancing. Like they weren't like looking at him or anything. And he kept trying to like play to them and like wasn't getting anything. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's like just play your fucking song, dude. Don't worry about being like, loving, and then like, well,
Trying
I
to-
got like
trying to get the other crowd
it's
to come
like,
in.
Yeah, it's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
nobody
Play
gives
your
a
fucking
fuck.
song.
This
dude.
isn't your actual song.
Yeah, yeah. Get the fuck
So
out.
like
here.
nobody's gonna expect you shouldn't expect somebody to like know the song of somebody else that you're playing and they jump in with you.
Yeah, yeah. And then, so we had
She
like
fucking rock.
we had a few more drinks there, and we're like real ripped and ready to go, and they're like trying to shoo everybody out of the bar. It's 2:00, and now they're like Jack's like, where's the after hours club?
It's like there's
And
not
I'm
really
like,
any around.
yeah, I'm like, there's no fucking after hours club, and Nicole's like, the 8x10, we can go to the 8x. I'm like, shut the fuck up, you don't know if the 8x10's even open right now.
right, 'cause, like
It's
after
2:00.
COVID, after COVID, they started shutting everything down.
It's 2:00. There's no you don't do Baltimore late night. Like I know you. You don't go outside after 11. Like, and if you do, it's fucking down the street to a bar. Like you're not down here. You don't know 8x10. Stop saying, you're just saying things. And she was like, but it's my birthday. They better be. I'm like, okay, let's.
Well, by that point, it wasn't her birthday anymore.
Yeah, I'm just like, let's get to the car. And I'm like, Butchie, where are you guys staying? And he's like, thank you. We're at the Radisson. I'm like, all right, we're gonna go to the Radisson. And like as we're walking out, there's just like a fat girl just head in a fucking trash can puking, and the girl Jack like slaps the girl on the back and like puts her head in the trash can with her and goes, "You're white girl wasted." And then Nicole was like, "But it's not her birthday." And I was like, this
God.
is so fucking bad. You get back to my car, $150 parking ticket
For what?
for parking in a towaway zone.
Oh, at least you're gonna get towed.
But it's basically the price I would have to pay.
But then you wouldn't be able to go anywhere.
Yeah,
and you have to pay for then an Uber and all that. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, you know what? I'll eat that. I'll eat that. I had to, and I had to. I couldn't be like, oh no, this is gonna cripple me financially. I wasn't gonna Tiger King. I'm never gonna financially recover from this. Like, I'd just be like, yeah, whatever, Butchie. I get tickets all the time.
Whatever, man.
Shit.
Shit else, man.
And so.
But then you also know you got at least a month to pay it.
Yeah.
So.
And also, on the way there, Nicole was coherent enough that she was like knew to sit on the side with all the trash and piss bottle in the back
to cover it all.
Yeah, but now like our whole walk back to the car is like, it was basically like Nicole had sprained both of her ankles, and me and Jack had to like carry her.
She was just gone.
She was so gone, and Jack sits on the side with all the trash and the piss bottle. She doesn't say anything really to anybody the whole way to the hotel.
Just like throwing up in her mouth a little bit, thinking about what everything's.
Yeah, and dude, I'm so drunk, and I'm like
paranoid.
Well, yeah, I'm like, I don't know these guys. He won't put his seatbelt on. I'm like, Butchie, put your seatbelt on. He's like, I don't need a fucking seatbelt, dude. I'm like, come on, please.
You can't get mad at him.
He was like, and then and on the way down to the first bar we went to, I was talking about how like I don't like it when other people drive. I don't like being in the car when other people are driving, and I only feel safe when I drive. And he was like, yeah, me too. And I'm like, but you're letting a stranger drunk drive you around a city you don't know.
How'd you feel about me driving?
You drive like a grandma. For real.
That's bullshit.
For real.
That's
Dude,
bullshit.
From compared to how you used to drive, you drive like a grandma.
Wait, when it was raining, by the way?
When we were going down to Omar's, the whole time I was like, we're going to be late. We're going to miss the first quarter because Sig's driving so slow. We were going like 60 on 95.
First quarter to what?
The Ravens game. When we went, you, me, and Jake came down, we went to Omar's. You drove me.
Oh. I don't remember driving this, though.
Yeah, because you drove so slow, dude.
But going to Philly, I wasn't driving slow.
Philly?
Yeah, not Philly, but Hershey.
Yeah. No, yeah, you were, Hershey was.
I don't know what the situation was
Anyway.
going to Omar's, but I don't drive slow. For sure, I don't.
All right, well, you did that day.
Do you see that picture that I sent?
Yeah, 101.
101 going down to a fucking softball
Reminded
game.
me of high school when you fucking took the exit off 97 by the airport at like 85 miles per hour. And I was like, oh. Or the other time when you
I was
fucking
averaging like
skidded out.
85 going down to Omar's.
It's the average drive for me, dude.
Like 90. Because I was going from like 80 to 100.
That's average for me, dude. I like to average like 100. That's my goal.
I literally don't let go of the gas.
Anytime I'm driving 2 or more hours, my goal is to hit 100 at least once or twice during that drive, just to keep.
Well, that's the
myself
thing. I
energetic.
don't drive that long anymore.
Like when I drove to fucking Cumberland a few weeks ago, Garrett Harvest, the other from the Flop Side, the other podcast that records here, I had him in my car, and like we're going like uphill, and I'm like trying to maintain 105 going uphill.
So you're just like your car's like,
yeah, and Garrett's like, Jesus, man, how fast you trying to go? And I'm like, as fast as we can fucking go, dude. And he was like, I don't like that, and like grabbed the.
My thing is like I used to be more the guy ahead, but now like I try to be more careful. So if the guy in front of me is going like 100, I'm gonna go 100.
Yeah.
The guy in front of me is going 85, I'm gonna go 85.
Well, yeah, if there's.
But I'm not gonna go like around him and speed up. I try not to do that anymore because I got caught 3 times.
If they're going fast enough, like if they're going 85, then I'll stay behind.
Yeah.
them.
But if they're going like 50 something, 60, I'm not gonna stay behind them.
Even on Route 70 where it's 70 miles per hour, if you're going 75 or 80, it's like, come on. Like,
I'm okay with 80.
At least pick it up.
I'm not okay with speed limit on a highway ever.
No.
Ever.
No, it's
Why
the
would you
worst.
do that?
And especially in the left,
The
or middle lane.
Fuck out of here, dude.
And also the people that think, like, there's the idea that when you're on like a 2-lane or a 3-lane, that the left is for passing only. It's like, get the fuck out of here with that.
It's for going faster than the guys in front of you.
Yeah.
So if you're on the right lane, the guy's going slow, you go fast over here, you see somebody's like beaming to you, you get the fuck out the way.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, and like, there's usually a bunch of cars in the right lane. So I'm going to stay in the left lane for a while, going fast to pass all these guys.
Because what am I going to do? I'm going to keep going like that?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's so
That doesn't
dumb.
make any sense.
So fucking dumb. So then, anyway, I drop him off at the Radisson, And this is where it gets crazy. So we're driving back home. Nicole is like passed out in the front seat now. And I'm like, thank God. I'll just get us home. As soon as I get on 83, she just wakes up and she goes, where the fuck are our friends? And I'm like, they went home. We're going home now. And she was like, I thought we were going to the 8x10. And I'm like, no, we're not. And she goes, oh, but I want to keep drinking. And I was like, well, we can drink when we get home. It'll be fine. And she reaches in the back seat and pulls out a bottle of Patron, hits it one time, and then puts it in the bag. And then she's like, do you want any of this? And I was like, no. And she was like, well, I guess we're just done with it, aren't we? And it hits the fucking, it's 83. There's a bunch of cars out. Hits the fucking down on the thing and just goes to throw it out the window. And I'm going like 85 on like the windy part of 80. And I'm like, like I had to I slowed down to like 30 and was like wrestling with her because she was trying to throw the bottle out the window on the highway. Christ. It was like one of those things where like somebody wakes up from like
she got too far.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where somebody like wakes up during surgery and just starts trying to fight everybody because they don't know what's going on. And I was like, dude, fucking chill. And then and then we got home. She was mean to Otis. Like we came in, and she was like, "You're a little fag." It's like, well, I'm like, "Whoa." Jeez. She never says anything like that. She yelled that the umpire was a fag at the game. And I was like, "Whoa, Nicole, you never do that."
It's like Deuce Bigelow where he took the girl with Tourette's.
Yeah,
to the baseball game.
Yeah.
Piss, ass, shit, dick.
Yeah. Because the umpire like shot a look at the Orioles dugout. She's like, "What are you looking at, fag?" And I was like, "Yo, calm down." She also slapped the shit out of me during
in the face.
Yeah, well, in the top of my head, because we were during the guessing where you guess the year. You know how they do that?
Yeah.
I was so confident that it was 1996, and she was like, "It's 1998. You were a fucking 2-year-old. You wouldn't know." And I'm like, "Fuck you. I would know. I know baseball. That's the year Cal Ripken broke the streak." 96, and then it was 98, and she stood up and was like, "Yeah," and just slapped me in the head.
You kind of deserve that one.
But nobody in the section was like paying attention to us, so when she just like stood up and screamed and slapped me,
somebody comes up to you and is like, "Do you want me to call child services?"
Everybody turned around and looked at us, and like 2 minutes later, one of the ushers came down and was like, "Is everything good?" And we're like, "Oh no, it's just we're just having fun."
Just drunk out of our asses.
Yeah. So then I go when I walk Otis, and then I come back. And it looks like Nicole had spontaneously combusted. Like there was just clothes, there's socks, like a trail of socks. And
probably like out.
Yeah, she was knocked out in the bed, like almost completely naked, but she still had her bra on. I'm like, oh, almost made it. You almost got it. You almost did it. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna sit out here for a little bit and just decompress before I, let her fall into a deep sleep. Before I don't want to risk waking her up. Yeah. And then
you wake her up and then.
Well, I did. I woke her up, and it turned into just it was just. I mean, it was fun, but it was crazy.
The sex.
Yeah. It got wild, and then I was like, so at one point, I guess Otis jumped up, and I didn't realize it, and he licked my asshole like 3 times, and I was like, "Oh no!" and just lost my erection completely.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Well, we can either wait or I can go eat a Blue Chew." So I went
wait for that.
Huh?
You still have to wait for the Blue Chew, don't you?
Nah, if you eat a Blue Chew, you can get going in like 10 minutes. A dog licking my asshole will take me out longer than coming. A cum, I can hop back in like 10, 15 minutes. A dog licking my asshole, been through it before.
That's tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's like 3 hours for sure. Because then every time I start to get hard, I'm like dogs, and then it just goes down again.
You gotta get like one of those like gates for the bedroom or close the fucking door.
Seriously consider. Well, if you close the door, he goes ape shit because he knows that the vacuum is in the bedroom. So if the door to the bedroom gets shut and he's not in there, the vacuum's gonna turn on. And also, that is usually what happens is like I shut the door and then start vacuuming. He loses his shit. But yeah, so.
Dude, when Kaylin and I had sex and she was like fucking gone, that's the one where like video.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's double. That's bad.
That was really bad.
Yeah.
But like, she said that was the weirdest sex she's ever had in her life because she just like wasn't there. Like she was somewhere else mentally, but like we were fucking and she was like,
yeah.
Like it just like turned her off. She'd never want to do that again.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah, so like we tried again, and it was going good, and it was getting pretty pounding. Is the word I would use.
Dry?
What?
Was it dry or
No, it was
was
nice.
it getting rough?
It was just it was just like a lot of like fuck me, like put my legs up type of thing, and I guess Otis thought I was attacking her, and he bit the shit out of me on my foot, and I kicked him off I felt so bad. I kicked him off the bed, and he like made like the and I was like, oh no.
That's another boner killer right there.
Yeah, killed it. And I was like, all right, now I gotta go. I'm like, I gotta go eat the other half of this blue chew. Like, you just wait here. So I ate the half of the blue chew, and I went to pee, and then I come back, and she's like, got her vibrator going, and I'm like, all right, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's gonna take a couple minutes, So then I'm like, all right, well, I'll go down on her while she's got the vibrator. Just
I gotta be musty down there at that point.
I can't smell her taste, dude. Smell her taste, bro. A fucking whole night of drinking and fucking crab dip fries and hot dogs, and I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's, I feel like that's a good time to be not sober.
Yeah, and I started getting in there, and Otis started biting my feet because my feet were hanging off the bed, and I'm like, God damn it, and then it just turned. It went from like we're having fun and everything to she just like throws the vibrator against the wall, and she's like, I'm fucking disgusting. This is just, and I'm like, oh no.
That's another. She's been like in every phase of being drunk.
Yeah.
In that one night.
And I just had to fucking. I was like, don't worry, you're a great person. It's your birthday. You're allowed to get fucked up on your birthday, and like, whew. Oh, and then we went to sleep and woke up the next morning, still drunk.
Yeah, I'm sure after all that.
She was still drunk, and she goes, let's get some more alcohol. I don't want to drink Patron. I want mimosas. And I'm like, it's your birthday weekend.
It's a Sunday.
Yeah, we can do it.
What time do you guys wake up?
Early. We went to that old thing ended at like 4, got up at like 8. I'm like, well, we gotta wait a little while. So I went and got breakfast, and came back, went out, got champagne and orange juice.
Why don't you just do brunch? Oh, I guess you just got done.
I don't want to spend.
Yeah, fucking
dude, my bank account was like, what? I almost got a call. I was probably $100 away from M&T calling me and being like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because that was $250 was just at the Orioles game.
Right.
In total, it was probably a $500 night.
And that's before the tow or the ticket.
Yeah, I got the $150 ticket, and the fucking Orioles tickets costed like $75.
Yeah, I guess you're a little closer.
And I just stupidly trying to be a nice person. I bought David tickets to see Nate Bargatze in October. I don't have the money to be doing these things, and I just do them.
Yeah, that's why when I was talking about like we should go to Puerto Rico, and you were like, oh, we should do it fucking like next month or whatever the fuck you said.
Before I spend all this money.
Omar and I were like, bro, like we can't. We just went to the strip club. That's like let me give me a month and a half to just recuperate from that shit.
So that's the thing with like the way my income works is like it's sporadically really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I get like a good month and a half, and I'm like, blow this shit, and then for like 3 months I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna ever have money again.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that a little bit because I get a good steady income.
Yeah,
and like sometimes that's why when Julissa was there, I was like fucking doing everything because I just had the money.
I want a steady income so bad, dude. I'm so done with my day job and my night job. Honestly, I mean, I love comedy. I'm never gonna stop doing it, but I'm tired of the not making any money.
Yeah.
But yeah. So then she had one sip of her mimosa and was just like, why am I doing? I don't want this. This is bad. And she said she had never had a hangover before, and I believe her because she was like done. And we watched Armageddon. Have you ever watched Armageddon?
Yeah.
She cried, like bawled.
When Bruce Willis died?
Spoiler alert. Yeah, at the end. And I'm like I cry at movies.
I mean, they had like an emotional music,
a good
thing at the end.
I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, Willis. And I don't want to miss your head.
Yeah, because he's big head.
Yeah. And even when I dream of you. Dude, when she put her hand on the thing and was like, Daddy, no. I was like, dumb bitch. It's a TV. It ain't your daddy. Nicole's like, I hated Ben Affleck in that movie. I'd never seen it before.
He's terrible in that.
Hated Ben Affleck in that. Everybody's always
he's
watching him.
He's so trying to be a dreamboat, but he just doesn't. He's not that.
Yeah.
He's not that.
He's like one step below Dreamboat.
Yeah.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't have to try.
No.
Complete Dreamboat.
Obviously.
Heartthrob is Heartthrob one step below Dreamboat.
No, like he was
No, Heartthrob's
It's
a
probably
blower.
blower.
I think it's more blower.
Dreamboat is better than Heartthrob.
Yeah, Dreamboat.
It's like a literal dream. Heartthrob is realistic, but just makes your heart.
I just
throb.
don't think. I just think like
Dreamboat,
Ben
Man
Affleck
Candy,
looks
Heartthrob.
like Ben Affleck looks like the type of person that you would see in high school drama class trying to be sexy.
All right,
Yeah,
hear me out. Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic was a dreamboat.
for sure.
Drake Bell was a heartthrob back in his prime. Meaning that he was just
I think
like
Zac
heartthrob-
Efron. Zac Efron in his prime was a heartthrob.
Yeah,
It's kind of the same thing.
yeah.
though.
Zac Efron. Yeah, but Zac Efron was more of a heartthrob. And then Man Candy is a different genre. That's like
Yeah,
fucking Jason Momoa.
Man Candy, yeah, is that.
It's like buff, beefy, rugged.
The whole fucking
Me.
strip movie.
Yeah. Yeah, like
What was that called?
even
Magic Mike.
Magic Mike. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all.
like-
God, why do I know
yeah,
that?
Matthew McConaughey is like Man Candy. Channing Tatum.
no,
Channing
no.
Tatum is. Channing
Channing
Tatum
Tatum's
is.
Man Candy. Matthew
Matthew
McConaughey
McConaughey is not Man Candy.
Dude, Matthew McConaughey was
He-
hot as fuck in that movie. What are you talking about?
He's a
He
dreamboat.
used to be. Now he's just kind of
Dude,
like creepy
literally
looking.
in fucking Magic Mike, he had an 8-pack. What are you talking about?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, but he was also a pedophile in another
Yeah.
movie.
He's
And he
just
was
like
also gay in another
there's
movie.
there's
And he
yeah
also-
exactly.
He had
There-
failure to launch. in
There's
that
a whole
other movie.
background to him that's like associated with him that's not associated with like Momoa and
Dude,
the other guy.
He was
bitches-
gay in a movie.
Yeah, well, people thought he was gay in Dallas Buyers Club because he had AIDS.
I don't watch those fucking gay movies.
You guys are always so close to being right about stuff, and then you just
Never
go
watched
way
Philadelphia.
so far off track. To
What are you talking about?
Matthew McConaughey is Man Candy. Ask
No,
any woman, he's
a-
Man Candy. He's not. He's
No,
not a
he's
dreamboat.
He's a dreamboat.
No,
dude.
no,
he's
no,
a dreamboat.
no. Like George Clooney in his prime.
Dreamboat.
Dreamboat.
Man Candy.
No, no.
George Clooney
Man
No,
Candy is
Man
a
Candy.
Man
That's a
Candy is a more
dreamboat.
mature.
No, Man
No,
Candy
Man
is somebody
Candy
you
is
want to
just
fuck.
buff. Like I'm gonna fuck this guy one time, and if
Yeah,
he
that's
wants
a
to
gonna
be
man.
hurt.
No,
That's
no.
Man
gonna hurt.
Candy.
That's
Man
Candy.
Candy
Man
is somebody
Candy.
you want to be like your boyfriend.
No,
No, a dreamboat is who you want to marry.
Dreamboat is
Dreamboat is for
boyfriend.
boys.
Heartthrob.
Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic was like 16 years old.
Man
dude. That's a
Candy.
dreamboat.
Man Candy is a dilf. Like
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Man
Matthew
Candy-
McConaughey.
No, Man Candy
fucking
is-
George Clooney, and now you guys are go. Oh yeah, he's a dilf.
Man
oh,
Candy-
Matthew
No,
McConaughey, a hot 50-year-old man, not a dilf.
What I mean by dilf is like somebody you just like want. That's all you want to do is fuck him. You don't want to marry him. You don't want to like do anything else.
Okay, that
I
makes
would.
sense
I
then.
would fucking marry
You would marry young Leo, dude.
young
No,
Leo. I would
wouldn't,
marry.
dude.
Yep.
I would fuck young Leo up, bro.
You would ruin that ass.
And most girls, if given the choice between fucking
If
Channing
you,
Tatum
go ahead. I'll let you
or
finish.
Titanic Leo,
But
they're
to do
fucking
what? To do
Channing Tatum.
Exactly.
but they're gonna
But
marry young
marry
Leo.
Leo.
They're not marrying.
Yes,
They're marrying him. They're he's at least a heartthrob.
I'm with you, man.
Oh,
I'm with you,
I'm not.
Matt.
No, I'm saying he's a dreamboat.
No, what else? What we're saying?
He's an
what-
absolute dream.
What we're saying
Yes.
is,
Which is
but
higher than
here's the problem.
heartthrob.
Here's the problem.
What about Man Candy?
We're not okay. Hold
Man
up, hold
Candy's
up,
a
hold up,
different
hold up.
genre.
We're talking about
Right.
very different. So Matt agrees that Leo is a dreamboat.
Yes, we all agree on that.
Everybody knows Leo's a dreamboat.
Yes.
Everybody knows this.
That's when.
Everybody knows that Channing Tatum is Man Candy,
Sure.
right? We
Okay.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
The difference is that you think that somebody wants to marry Man Candy, where we say they want to marry a dreamboat. They just
Right.
want to fuck Man Candy.
All right. Well, you know what? I agree with you guys when you put it that way.
All right. I'm glad we could come to this conclusion.
All right.
But Matthew McConaughey is a dreamboat. It's not
No,
See,
Man
that-
he's Man
that's
Candy.
that's the controversial one. It's McConaughey for me at least.
The
Dude,
Rock,
a
Man
DILF
Candy.
is Man Candy. George Clooney, Matthew McConaughey, they're fucking Jason
about-
Momoa. That's Man Candy.
You're not gonna fuck.
Momoa is Man Candy. I agree
Momoa's
with
Man
that.
Candy for sure. You're a Man Candy. It's
It's
fucking
like
it
it's
once
like a
and
physique.
throwing it away. Dude.
It's like a physique too. Like
Yeah.
Man Candy's a physique. It's like
You
it's
don't-
like a thing you put on the shelf.
you don't eat candy every day.
George
dude.
Clooney is not something.
Giancarlo Stanton.
That's Man Candy.
Man Candy.
Man Candy.
Right?
Man
Yes.
Candy for
All right.
sure. You don't want you don't eat candy every day, dude.
No, you get fucking
But if
I
you're
think
a
the big
fisherman, you
pro-
need that dreamboat.
The common denominator here is muscles. If you have muscles, you're man candy. If you're skinny,
Yeah.
then you are a dreamboat.
It's not even about skin. It's about how much
But that's
muscle.
the thing.
Timothy
McConaughey,
Chalamet
McConaughey is
fucking-
like all over the spectrum.
Yeah, McConaughey's ripped, but he's not jacked.
Yeah, exactly.
He's cut.
Yeah, but he's got some. Like, I bet you he can bench press 225.
Yeah, for sure, but he's not
That's
jacked.
man.
But he's not even.
Not man
He's not
candy.
even like
man candy's like 300.
like
dude.
Christian
Put
Bale
up
went from
numbers.
like skinny cut to like,
Like
bulky.
offensive lineman.
But I don't think McConaughey can do bulky.
He doesn't. But okay. I mean, bulky is different than fucking just
Momoa is bulky.
like
He's like at the lower end of bulky, but
Look.
he's bulky.
Matthew
Dude, when he took that
McConaughey-
girl from behind in Game of Thrones. Oh my god.
You get hard.
That's yeah. I don't get hard watching movies much, but that or TV. But that scene, dude. Neither of you guys watched Game of Thrones, did you?
No, I'm fucking straight.
This hot ass chick gets like forced to marry him, and then there's their wedding night, and she's got to fuck him, and she doesn't want to do it, but she's fucking taking it like a fucking champ, and he's just Jason Momoa behind her, just fucking giving her something that she don't really want, but she's like, I'm
Is
learning.
he shirtless?
Oh, he's shirtless, she's shirtless.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
You
show,
can see
they
the
show
fucking
everything.
You can see the ripples of the butt cheek fucking from the pounds. Like his shit might have been
Whoa.
tucked, but he was still slamming them cheeks.
Whoa.
That show, you get so much good stuff in that show. It's almost porn.
Yeah, you think Ben Affleck's doing that?
No, you'll never
No.
see. You'll
No.
never see a dream.
Ben
boat in that
Affleck-
kind.
Fucking no.
I don't think Ben Affleck belongs in that list at all. In any of
Not
those.
anymore.
In any of those things.
He was
Not
a
anymore.
heartthrob in like Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah,
He and
heartthrob
Matt Damon
in
were both
Armageddon.
hotties.
He's total heartthrob in Armageddon.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like he puts on airs, but I don't think he's really that.
He's just
Michael
a
Clark
fucking
Duncan,
idiot.
man candy.
candy.
Michael Clark Duncan, wasn't he like a?
He was the big
Doogie
jacked guy,
Howser?
bear in No, you're thinking of what's the gay guy? Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I was thinking there was
very, very, very.
no, there
different.
was this like '90s kid with a bowl cut who like was like a little kid on a show, and I thought that was his name.
Home
Michael-
Improvement.
Yeah, Michael Clark Duncan, wasn't that him?
No,
Who was that?
no,
Was it
that's
another three namer?
Yeah, something Thomas.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Jor-
something
Jordan,
Thomas.
John Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
Something Michael Thomas.
I got all my
Michael,
three
some-
names.
Michael something
people.
Thomas.
Michael Clark Duncan was
Just pretentious.
Green Mile, dude.
he was Kingpin. He was
Why do
Kingpin
you
in the
need
Daredevil
three
movie
fucking
with.
names.
He was Kingpin in the Daredevil movie with
I don't know. Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Oh right, Ben Affleck was and Carmen Electra was
Yeah.
in that. Yeah.
Not
That
Carmen
movie-
Electra.
Movie sucked.
No.
I tried to look up.
Her
Home
name was
Improvement.
Electra. Her name was Electra in the movie, but she wasn't Carmen Electra.
Oh, it's not Carmen Electra. I just assumed it was Carmen Electra.
Carmen
dude.
Electra was fucking Mystique.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Is
There
that the
you
guy
go.
that does
Home Improvement.
Quicksilver?
I don't fucking know. It is the kid from Home Improvement.
Yeah, but like now he's an adult, right? Isn't
yeah. Now he didn't stay little boy Jonathan Taylor Thomas. was
is he
all-
Quicksilver? Can I see his face?
No, he's Lion King.
Yeah, heartthrobs
okay,
are little
never mind.
boys. Heartthrobs are teenagers.
Yeah, heartthrobs. They're not little boys.
They're not little boys, but they're like
They could
young
be
adults.
boys.
I mean, the word teenage does go in front of heartthrob a lot.
Yeah,
You
But-
do
get
but
teenage
like,
heartthrob.
that's why
Yeah.
Leo was a heartthrob.
In sync.
Yeah,
He grew into a
Justin-
dreamboat though.
Yeah,
No, he didn't. Justin Timberlake is way overrated. Good
I
looking.
also
Wait,
thought
no,
you
it was
kind
a-
of look like Ben Affleck, dude. I kind of caught that a little
You
bit.
call me retarded, bro?
No, what do you mean retarded? He was Goodwill. He hunted Goodwill, dude. He finished that math board.
did he? I never watched that.
I never
movie.
watched
No,
it
dude. No. That was Matt Damon's character. Was the
Matt
smart
Damon
one.
was the smart one. Yeah.
Ben Affleck was the fucking retard.
But he was the bomb in
He's
Phantoms,
fucking
yo.
retarded.
The fucking kid's retarded, but he's my brother. I don't know.
The only thing I know about Goodwill Hunting is the parody in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
You know what? You kind of
Yes.
look like fucking Robin Williams from Goodwill Hunting. Now I think about it, dude.
Whatever, dude. I'm cool with Ron Williams. He lived a fucking gangster's life.
It's not
It
your
was.
fault.
You know how it
Wait.
looks. You know what it looks like when you eat vagina. You seen him do that?
No.
It's not your fault.
That's one of his bits.
Oh, he was great at having bits.
Yeah,
Robin Williams, known for having bits.
Yeah.
He's
They
real-
used to call him Robin Bit Williams.
Robit Williams.
Robit Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
He hung
did.
himself, dude,
Yeah.
jerking it.
Well, what a bit, dude. What a bit to go out on.
Great bit. You know how funny it must have been to find him with his dick in his hand and his head all fucking purple.
He was like, man, I got him one last time.
Yeah, his daughter comes in.
Right.
She's like, oh, Dad.
That's fucking. She's like holding him back the laughter between the tears.
Yeah. Oh, Norm Macdonald died.
Norm Macdonald, dude.
R.I.P.
You remember,
man.
like, I was like super obsessed with him for like a year.
Mm-hmm. He was
like,
the man.
He was fucking hilarious.
Did you like Norm Macdonald, Jimmy?
Yeah, man, I love Norm Macdonald. Can I tell you my favorite Norm Macdonald joke?
Yeah, go for it.
So
cute, dude.
So it's the Polish sausage one. You know this one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna tell it then if you know it.
Go for it. I want to hear your
Why
best
would I-
Norm.
Why would you think I'm Polish if I
If I'm ordering sausage, I mean, if I was German and asked for bratwurst, you say because I'm German.
Yeah,
If I was German, he's like 3 German
No,
words.
you remember it. You do it now.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I was Chinese, you know. Well, no, Sig, you fucked up the whole
Yeah,
joke.
you order the
I
food
started-
and then
Yeah,
they
you
say
order the
race.
food, and then if I came in and ordered Chinese food, you know, would you assume, you know, I was Chinese there, you know, like you know, if I ordered soup, whatever, and then it goes, you know, just because I order a Polish sausage, you're gonna assume I'm Polish. And the guy goes, well, first of all, sir, this is a hardware store.
My favorite is the fucking moth one.
The
dude.
moth one's great. My favorite's the news bit.
The news.
Do the moth one.
Okay,
And
the
then I'll
moth.
do the news one.
Okay. The moth one. All right. Yeah, so I get my jokes from from life, like that. The guy that
The chauffeur.
the chauffeur that drove me here. I was like, oh, you got a joke from? Yeah, I got.
We're gonna do the whole
Conan.
Conan thing. Go for it. I know it by heart. Go for it. Go.
Yeah, I got it from the guy that drove me here. He gave me. It's like, okay, well, why don't you?
I'm doing Conan. Why don't you tell us the joke then, Norm?
No, that's not what he says. He says, oh,
you want me
we
to
should
be-
have him here.
Yeah.
Oh, you should
Can
hear
I be
me
the
tell
guy on
it.
the couch in this bit?
But,
What does he do?
But you should hear me tell it.
Yeah. This was fucking great. Anyway, so he goes, so a moth goes into the, I don't know if he says that it's an actual
He goes to a psychologist.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he says that it is. Okay.
Or a therapist or whatever.
A moth goes into the therapist's office and he walks in. And he's
Podiatrist.
Podiatrist.
Podiatrist's
Yeah,
office.
that's what it is.
Sorry, fucked it up.
Moth goes into the podiatrist's office, and podiatrist goes, like, hey, Moth, what are you doing here? Like, I don't know, Doc. My life is it's not going great, Doc. My firstborn, Peter Blizovich, he doesn't love me anymore, Doc. He doesn't. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't love him either. I've grown apart from him, and my daughter, Kelly Skavrinovich, she died in the winter, Doc. The cold took her like it did many of us. And it's just life's not going. This is like a very redacted
he, like,
version.
He goes, wow,
Purposely makes it long
Conan's
as
like,
fuck.
wow, you spent a long time talking to this guy, huh?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what he fucking said. Anyway, yes, life's terrible. I was like, oh man, Moth, that's kind of crazy. But this is a podiatrist office. What are you doing in here?
Yeah.
Oh, the light was on.
You missed my favorite part of the moth talking when he says he wants to grab a shotgun and feel the cold steel in his
And
mouth,
end it all,
knowing
yeah.
it's the only thing that will relieve all the pain. The podiatrist is like, what? Well, that's pretty heavy.
What was yours?
The news one where he talks about the news and he's talking about how like when somebody goes missing, they're always like, Diane blah blah went missing. We found her car. It's fine. But she's gone. And he's like, well, I don't give a shit on account of I don't know who the fuck this Diane lady is.
I love his like little like
Yeah.
euphemisms. That
Yeah,
he
and
says.
like he goes through the whole thing about how like he's like every hour when he's watching the news, it's like now they got this lady on the news and it's Diane's friends. And
They'll keep updating it.
the first lady's like, oh, Diane, she had a light about her, just a positive, just sheer undying will of light coming out of her. And it's like the second lady's like, oh yeah, Diane, blah blah blah, and the third one's like, Diane, you want to fucking talk about Diane? Diane's the kind of person where you're at a party talking to your best friend and Diane walks in and you go, fuck you. I'm talking to Diane now. Because we all have to admit, Diane is just better than all of us. And now I'm like, wow, I want to meet this Diane lady. Oh no, she disappeared. And then he's like, and then he goes into like, he's like, now I'm not the type of guy that would murder and kidnap and murder an innocent woman, but if I did, and then he goes into like stalking a lady, and he does like the shallow grave. He's like, it's always a shallow grave. I would start digging the grave long before I kidnapped the lady. I'd have a deep grave. And he's like, he talks about stalking the lady, and like every day she goes and gets a cheese sandwich, and then goes down to the YWCA and plays basketball with her friends. They can do that now. He's like talks about getting a cheese sandwich and being out in front of the YWCA, and she's like, "What's that in your hand?" And he's like, "Well, I'll pay a coy." What? If anybody knows anything about what's in my hand, it would be me, and there's nothing in my hand. She's like, "There's something in your hand." He goes, "Oh, this? It's a cheese sandwich." So there's a van over there, that wildest van you've ever seen in your whole life. It's full of cheese sandwiches. Then he kills her.
Rip to the old hunk of coal.
Yeah. And the best part is that he had the whole bit about battling
Cancer, yeah.
about how people battle diseases.
It's like hard fought.
Yeah. And you lose.
Lose.
And what a bad thing to say about somebody when they die is he lost. He's a loser.
Loser.
But the cancer died too.
Yeah.
It's more of a tie.
It's a draw, if you ask me.
Draw, yes, man.
It's not like the cancer gets back up and goes, now I'm going to fuck his wife. And then all the articles are like, Norm Macdonald loses his battle with cancer.
They didn't get it.
No. No. All right. Well, last thing.
R.I.P. hunk of coal.
R.I.P. Norm. Last thing before we wrap up. I did have COVID. I'll address it.
Yeah.
I think I owe it to you all to talk about it. I have COVID. I think I contracted it Thursday, maybe. I don't remember when exactly. All I know is I woke up on Friday and I couldn't smell or taste. And I was like, meh, whatever. I'm a G. Maybe it just happened.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get tested until Monday. I didn't go out either. I got tested Monday and it was positive. I got tested today. It was negative. And then a couple hours after I got tested, I get a call on my phone. It says Maryland Department of Health. And I was like, oh no. They put the microchip in me and they know that I went out on Saturday and super spread at the Orioles game. And it's basically just like a lady, like, first she was like clarifying, because like when you get a COVID test, you have to fill out like a form that has like your race and all that stuff on it. So she started by like confirming everything, and then she goes, what's your race? And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, what race are you? And I was like, I don't do any races. And then she was like, all right. And she goes down the list of the races, and then she goes, or you can say other. And I was like, other? I'll do other. I'll take other. And then she goes, well, are you a combination of any of the two that I listed before? I was like, I guess you could say that. And she goes, you know what? I'll just leave it. Does not want to answer. And I'm like, yeah, good.
There you go.
Do that.
That's what you said from the beginning.
Yeah. And then so then we're talking, we're going through all this stuff. And then she asked me if I had any of the symptoms. And she's like, blah, 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 blah. And then diarrhea. And I go, well, I have irritable bowel syndrome, so diarrhea is a pretty regular thing for me. And she was like, have you had diarrhea since such and such date? And I'm like, I have diarrhea like every other day. And she was like, so it could be COVID. And I'm like, no, it's because I eat shit. I eat McDonald's all the time. It's not. And she was like, okay, well, whatever. And then, we're talking about like things I've done and blah, 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 if I've been out, all that stuff. And then she was saying that even though it tested negative, that because I still don't have my smell and taste, I could have long COVID. And I was like, long COVID? And she goes, yeah, that's where you test negative, but you still have the symptoms, which means you still have it. And I was like, I've never heard of that. And she goes, yeah, it's called long COVID. And I was like, well, I've been known for having long things throughout my whole life, so long COVID would just be another one. And she was like, what? And I was like, I've been known for having long things. And she was like, oh, no. And Nicole's like dying laughing, sitting across from me.
The best is like when you like repeat it without like hesitating. Like,
yeah, long, and like emphasizing it. And and then she told me that there's like a thing that they send to me, and I have to fill out, and it's like, and you fill this out, and the computer might tell you that you need to stay quarantined. And I'm like, well, I'm not in the business of doing what a computer tells me to do, Pamela. So, yeah. And she goes, yeah, nobody really is. And I was like, okay, well, are we done here now? And then I hung up. But it was just fun. It was just some old lady on the phone trying to talk to me, and I kept telling her I had diarrhea and a big dick, and that I don't listen to computers.
Leave me alone.
At least she was a good sport about it.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. And she asked me what my occupation. She was like, "Who's your?" She was like, "What do you do for work?" And I was like, "I'm a comedian." And she was like, "And who's your boss?" I was like, "Me."
Like get in contact with your boss or some shit. Mm-hmm. Just give me your phone number.
She asked Nicole's name. I was like, "I don't feel comfortable giving you that information." And she was like, "Well, we just like to. It's confidential, so we just like to mark down who's been vaccinated, who hasn't. Has she been vaccinated?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm not gonna tell you her name." And she was like,
that shit kind of reminds me like when I got pulled over driving Charles back home, and motherfucker asked him like, who are you? Like, where do you live? That kind of shit. Like,
Yeah.
why do you?
"Yeah,
The fuck does it matter?
don't worry. You're dealing with me right
Yeah.
now." Yeah. But yeah, so I'm all better now though. Still sound a little congested.
I'm happy for you, man.
Cannot smell. It's coming back a little bit though. I found out I had COVID because I was taking a mean shit. And I was sitting there,
So,
and I'm like,
like-
man, this should smell. Why doesn't this smell? And then I was like, Nicole, and she opened the door and was like, Bob, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh no,
What is it like to not taste something like?
it's terrible. Everything tastes like cardboard. Like I have to, if I'm gonna eat something, it's got to be like textured. It's got to have like a crunch or be chewy.
Speaking of which, what happened to those peppers?
Damn, I left them. I'm sorry. They're fucking hot as balls. I'm sure we could get Eric to bring more. Get more from Eric. Eric dropped off
You
a care
should
package.
let Eric know. I'm big into hot sauces too. Both of us.
Oh,
are.
I'll bring the sauce. I can bring this. I ate the peppers. I ate all the peppers, but I can bring the sauce for you next week. But
I made my own hot sauce. It was pretty fucking banging.
yeah, it was. Anyway,
Remake
Eric
that somehow.
loves making hot sauce.
they dropped off a care package of all these hot fucking peppers, dude, and I didn't know like how I was supposed to, like if I was supposed to cut them up or if I was just supposed to eat them whole.
Like I said, dude, the best way that I found to eat them is like you pickle them a little bit. It makes their flavor mellow out a little bit. Like I don't know. It just
I
tastes,
took one
tastes
right to
really
the
good.
fucking face, and I was borderline hallucinating for like 35 minutes. And I was like, Eric, was I just supposed to eat this thing whole? And he was like, No. You're supposed to cut it up and put it in something. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, I just ate this whole thing. I feel like I'm tripping right now. And it came in waves. It was like every 5 minutes. It was just getting hotter.
That's actually
and
probably
hotter.
good for like when you can't taste something.
It
Like
was beautiful because I was still a little congested at the time. Cleared me right up. Anyway, I have to take a piss real bad, and I think we've been going for like an hour and a half.
it feels like that, dude. But it's only been an hour and 15.
Whatever. This is a fucking. You guys love this one. Fucking
it's a banger.
Man Candy versus Dreamboats. What are we gonna?
We started with baseball.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. We started for like 15 minutes with baseball or something
Yeah.
like that.
I don't know what to call it, but all I know is butt plugs.